Sophia Hoover here with 802 Live. Today is Monday, November 9th, and here are today's announcements. Wednesday is Veterans Day, so there will be no school and no online work. And Friday is a football game, and it is home, and it's our senior night. So those are today's announcements.
Hey everyone, today in the studio we have a very important guest joining us today. So let's welcome in Officer Rollon. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Sit here. Okay, so what are some of the pros and cons of having a job in law enforcement?
Well, the pros in the position that I'm in, I'm a community action officer. So the pros of my job now is just dealing with the community directly and being a liaison between the department and the community.
Okay.
And the cons, I don't know if I really can truly say I have any cons. I've been doing the job for 23 years, and I love what I do, and I know what to expect. When I signed up to be a police officer, I knew there was going to be some bad things I had to face. So that's probably my best answer for the cons.
Well, I'm happy to hear that you love your job. So there's a lot going on in our country. How would you describe the relationship between the police and the community in Phoenix?
In Phoenix, we have probably one of the better relationships with our community. We have a great chief she's been more transparent in how we do our job, showing the community some of our body-worn camera footage in critical incidences and holding officers accountable. It does need improvement. I do believe it is getting better. But with time, I think with our policy changes and the chief that we have here, it will get better.
Yeah, I agree. Do you think that police need more training in order to build stronger and better relationships?
Absolutely, and our training is great here in Phoenix. I was a police officer back east in Baltimore, and just a comparison in our training here and there, we're head and shoulders above the rest. And training is always something that we do annually anyway, whether it's firearms, whether it's defense tactics, whether it's just community relations. If we continue to have programs like in terms of dealing with bias with the community, implicit bias training, which is what we had the last 2 years. And again, our chief is doing a great job of keeping us up to date on policies and what we need to do. That's
good that you guys are running your training annually.
Yes.
And how can people strengthen their relationship in a positive way with the police?
Again, going back to accountability, I think the community needs to hold themselves accountable as well as the police department. Don't look at every police officer in a negative light the same way officers cannot look at, people of color in a negative light. That's just the reality. Accountability is the biggest thing on both sides, whether it's the community or the police department.
That's super important. So you were recently highlighted in the news for something positive. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, there was I got caught on video playing basketball in the community. We were in the housing projects on the east side of Phoenix, and I was playing basketball with the kids, something I do on occasion, and more often than not, I'm out there, in uniform, whether or not I'm in uniform or not, I'll engage with the kids and play ball. But it was nice to be out there. It happened to make social media, and then the news picked up on it, so they wanted to do an interview with me and just speak about my relationship with the community and what my job is.
Yeah, I love watching that segment of you on the news. And did you win the basketball game against them?
Of course I did.
Of course, okay.
Don't ask them.
Thank you so much, officer, for joining us, and we appreciate you so much. And that is all we have for you today. So make sure you're checking the slides, our social media, and your Google Classroom. Why? Because we're always on air, online, and on you.